So we are here today with Ms. Sothany Chun from Cambodia, and she's from our partner First Finance, and we are very curious to know about their mission and the way they impact people's lives. So, hello, Sothany.
Hello.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
How are you?
Very good.
Besides being the CEO of First Finance, we would really like to get to know you a bit more personally. So could you tell something about yourself and your background?
Okay. So you mentioned already, my name is Sothany. I'm married with 2 children. And my background, so educational background is mainly, I graduated in accounting. So
Okay.
the first job that I did after graduation was actually in audit field. I did my audit job, and after a while I get a little bit bored with audit job. But then there was a opportunity for me, so I joined the team we call program development team, and from there that I get also involved more in the microfinance activity.
Why is it so crucial to offer this in Cambodia?
So this go back to the reason why the company is incorporated. So back in 2006, a group of founding shareholders found that these people are left out, and they are left out from commercial banks as well. So where do they go to if they want to have a home?
They're sort of excluded from all the
They
services.
are, yes, they are. So we said, let's do this. Let's test the concept of micro mortgage. It was the social reason that the company is set up. We meant to do this. We were set up to do this, and that's what we are doing.
If you look at the clients, almost half of the clients of First Finance are women as well. Is there a reasoning behind that? Is that a focus of yours? Are they the ones that need it the most?
In the past few years, we was trying to educate the client about this, try to encourage the women to stand out and be the man applicant. So if they stand out to be man applicant, then of course we count that as the woman client because that's part of the success for us, right?
Okay.
So
it's making women aware as well
Yes.
that they could be the main applicant
Yes.
for a
Yes.
loan and not
just
be
the man.
dependent on the man to
Yes.
be the leader of the household.
That is true. So this is important that they stand out, right? They understand that they can stand out. And there's not really much different whether they are man applicant or co-applicant. It's end of the day, it's the same loan. They still need to be responsible for the loan. But it's more the, again, perception. It's more about convincing themselves that they are someone. So that's what we are trying to do. It just doesn't mean that, because you are the man applicant, you would be benefiting from this or that. It's not really like that. Doesn't make any difference, to be fair.
No.
But the difference is among themselves. It's
Yes,
an understanding,
so feel
it's the
like
respect.
they're the one
Yes.
that could do it as well
Yes,
as the other
yes.
could. What happens if a client cannot repay a loan?
So we always hope that doesn't happen, but we can never avoid that, right? So this is always a risk in this sector, in this market. So the question, the answer to that question is mainly on what is the cause of the default. If the client is default for a short-term financial difficulty, easy example, maybe someone gets sick in the family, or there is a drop of income due to change in the weather, all of that. So if it is for short-term, then the solution would be for short-term. Maybe we have to give them some grace period. Maybe we have to give them some discount on the interest rate for a short period of time. Or maybe we have to extend the loan tenure. So the point is that we have the client to be able to afford what they need to pay. However, if we see that the reason for the default is due to longer term financial difficulty, or those the client has the commitment, but the short term solution would not work. So in this case, we tend to work with the client toward a kind of like what we call a longer term solution. So an example of that is we will encourage, or we will talk to the client to sell the collateral that they have. The house that they have, and then look for the one that they can afford. So sell the house, get another one that fit what we need now, and then fit your repayment capacity.
I hear there's also partly a capacity building.
Yes, that's what I'm about to say as well. Most of investors would do that. Would do technical assistance. What I see in Oikocredit those is that you not just provide funding. You're gonna cover the cost, but the point is that you bring the skill in. you bring the skill that we need. So far, we got technical assistance from Oikocredit on the risk management part, on social performance part. So this thing might not be something that other people might want to look at, but then Oikocredit is looking at that. So this technical support is really important. And
so it's really a plus to your partnership actually to get more than the financing.
It is. And this is something that we at First Finance also want to do for our client.
Yeah.
Because more than just a financial service. Because anyone can provide financial service. But the value added part is not. So that's what we try to do as well. And that's what Oikocredit has been doing.
Globally, there's a lack of women in leadership positions. How is this in your country?
Very similar to that, or even maybe to some extent is even worse, right? The number of female CEO is very limited. So in the MFI industry, because there's also some family business setting up, and we see more female CEO in there because generally when it is a family business, it's the female who manage that kind of business. Yes. But within the corporate, within the business that is invested by institutional shareholder, this is still quite limited. We are raised up in a culture that as a woman, we're taking care more within the family. So taking care of the children, the well-being of the family. Although that we start to see more balance in the society, more more women are going to school, they have more higher education, they have higher education or good education comparing to the men. But the point is that cultural thing is still there. It's not out of us. So we cannot take it away. So what we did in First Finance though is that when it's possible, we try to recruit the female candidate. And sometimes the women do better in that area.
How is this for you personally? You're the CEO of First Finance, and did you encounter difficulties in achieving this position?
Yes, so one of the warning that I got from my director was that when you accept this role, your life would also be different because it's more responsibility toward the business, but which also means that you would have less time for the families as well. My husband is also very understanding. He's also a full-time employee, so of course we have less time with the kids, but we try to maximize our time. Like during the weekend, for example, I just try to commit not to touch the work. So kind of I commit to myself that weekend is a time for the family. I need to spend time with my kid.
Well, thank you so much, Sothany, for sharing all of this information with us, and hopefully we'll meet.